Hello, I am Kathy. I am a unprofessional makeup guru. I get ready about 6:30 every morning, and so I figured I always video myself and edit it into short clips for reels. I figured I would just start chatting with you and telling you about why I do makeup and posting it here, and you will still see my short videos. So let's do this. I use different brands of makeup, but my one true love is Saint makeup. I love the versatility of it, and so I figured I would tell you a little bit about it, and then we can do some makeup this morning and get ready for work. Actually, I have to. So these are the cream makeups. These are my foundation colors here. They're super creamy, super blendable. This is my contour. It is going to be more shadow based, more gray based, and it is a little bit stiffer than our highlights, which is our foundation. And it's because you don't want it to move, you want it to pretty much kind of stay where it's at. And then this is my bronzer. There's multiple colors and variations of bronzer, but this just brings warmth back to your face. And then of course I have a plethora of lip and cheeks that I like to use. I'm a soft summer as far as my color palette, but I love a lot of blush and a lot of bright colors on my cheeks. So you will see all kinds of fun stuff. The nice thing about Saint is you can use different coverage just depending on what kind of brush you use. For example, I can't find all of my brushes. This is a detail brush. I would not normally use this for foundation. I normally use this for my contour and my brightening. This is what I normally use, which is the Blush and can never say that. Blush and Bronzer brush, which is going to be a medium coverage. There's also a buff brush, which is what I cannot use right now, and is very dense, and it will give you a fuller, heavier coverage. So depending on what you prefer is how you would use it. You could also use the powder brush for a heavier coverage as well. And then if you want just super light natural coverage, this is the shape brush, and this is just super flexible, super soft, and it will just give you that amazing. I love to use this for my under eyes. This is my favorite. So without any further ado, let's do some makeup. I can use a few colors because I have melasma right here on my cheeks. I'm actually a darker tone on my cheeks than I am my forehead, so I end up using usually a few different highlights. You don't have to do that, but you absolutely can. Lately I've been using Palace, which is more of a pink toned, but I have found that the rosy pink color has been working very well with balancing out some of my hyperpigmentation. I don't know if you just saw that. Now, one of the tips and tricks that I always like to tell my people is you want to tap into the product. You don't need very much. Less is more with this makeup, and if you always want more, you can always add additional layers if that is how you prefer your makeup to be. And sometimes I even avoid, I'm 47, so I have deep wrinkles in my lips and everything, so like sometimes I'll even avoid those areas just because I don't want to accentuate the negative. And like on my forehead, I'll use my bronzer and my contour, but I don't necessarily always put foundation on it. It's not really a problem area for me, and there are wrinkles there, so I don't really need coverage there, and if I put product there, I'm just going to add wrinkles no matter what makeup you use. I always go in and put a little bit of color under my eyes, but again, it's just whatever was left over on my brush. I'm not going to add product under my eyes. Again, I'm 47, it's going to be a problem. But now I will go in and I will lightly lighten. I have purple undertones under my eyes, so I use this yellow based under my eyes because purple on the color wheel is on the opposite of yellow, so yellow will get rid of that purple for me. And I will not do many videos in natural lighting because I get ready in the dark. But sometimes, maybe in the future, I will be able to do more videos that are in natural lighting. And I'm going to just flip my brush over and tap into my contour. Again, the contour is a little bit firmer, but I still do not swipe. I always just tap in to about at a 45-degree angle to get into the product. And you have to be slightly aggressive. And then I always go from the top of the ear to the corner of my mouth, and I stop at the corner of my eye, because the idea is you want to lift your eye. You want to lift, not my eye, you want to lift and sculpt the cheekbone. Do you already see the difference just by that little bit? And then I just stamp. I don't swipe or anything. I just stamp it into my skin. And then I normally blend later, kind of, with my bronzer. So I kind of leave it harsh. But it looks gorgeous already. There are a plethora of ways to do your makeup with Saint. You can use those little brushes and apply it and then blend it later. I have just found that this works the very best for how I like my coverage. I like a very seamless, like blendable coverage. And I've just found that when I do like my foundation, like with the brushes, the smaller brushes that apply it everywhere and then I blend, I get a little bit more cakey coverage, and that is not my preference for makeup. And sometimes I just feel like it doesn't always blend how I prefer it to be. So this is normally how I do my makeup and teach to apply my makeup. Also, when you do it like this, the makeup lasts so much longer than it normally would if you keep on digging into your makeup and putting it everywhere with a smaller brush and then blending it all out. So I'll save you money too. So now I'm going to go in with the bronzer side of the brush. And I'm just going to tap gently because this is super creamy. It's not like the contour. A little bit goes a long way. And I've already pretty much added like contour, but I'm just going to warm it up just a little bit. And like I just barely touched in to the bronzer and it just already added that warmth. And this is kind of where I just like blend the top line of my contour. I don't blend it at the bottom because we don't want to pull down, we want to pull up. So I only blend the top side of my contour. Gorgeous. This bronzer is probably more of a summer bronzer for me, but we're just winging it here, okay guys, because I just use a lighter amount basically. Again, I'm just blending the top line of that contour and just tapping it up. Just brings a little warmth to the face. You can contour up under your jawline. I don't really feel that it's necessary for me, but I did forget to contour my nose, so I'm going to do that right now. First, I'm going to go in with my brightener. And then I'm going to flip it over. Again, tap into the contour. Sometimes, like, the easiest thing is just to use your fingers to contour your nose if you're a beginner. Like, I'll show you on another day because I already got started, but like it is just so super easy to use your fingers. And then I'm just gonna get my original brush and just tap, tap, tap. I don't want to swipe or move because I don't want to move the contour anywhere or my brightener anywhere. So I'm just going to tap just basically up my nose to just blend it a little bit better. I wear glasses, so for the most part I probably don't even need to contour my nose, but what's the fun in that? And then I'm going to add a little bit more product to my brightener and just blend under my eyes because I added the brightener and I haven't blended it yet. You do not have to use so many brushes as I do, but this is just the method to my madness. A little bit more about me while I'm just like doing my under eyes. I am from South Georgia, born and raised. I have 2 daughters who are in their 20s. We are pretty much empty nesters, and I work at a hospital for an oncology center as a clinical analyst, so I work on computers all day. So this is my creative outlet for me. It really gives me a way to just kind of get out of the humdrum of computers and allows me to just kind of get creative. This is Daylily. She is a brand new color out with Saint, and she's pretty much a good neutral. She will match my shirt perfectly. But I'm not done. But wait, there's more. Because y'all know I like my blush to blush. If you don't know, you know now. I'm gonna go in with Dick. She's really dark, really pretty. But I'm not going to use that much. I'm just going to gently tap in and just go on the higher part of my cheek and then just blend that out. I told y'all I like my blush to be popping. Now I'm just blending it all out. I'm wearing such neutral colors. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for my eyeshadows today. I got this new color. I don't know if you can see. It is yellow and green, greenish blue. It's called Oz. It's a limited edition color, so that kind of sucks that I'm doing that for this video, but it's been staring at me for days now, and I'm gonna have to use this color today. So I'm going to do that for my eyes today. Our eyeshadow brush is absolutely amazing. We have a cleaning towel for the eyeshadow brush, so I just like to swipe it before I start applying my makeup because I don't normally ever do that after I'm done. I'm gonna go in with the color Bubba, which is this color right here. As you can tell, it is a favorite of mine because you can start to see the bottom from me tapping in so much to it. These eyeshadows are very pigmented, so when you see me going in, I will just do like 1 or 2 little taps, knock off the excess, and then I have slightly hooded eyes, so I go above that and I just slowly start building coverage. Unfortunately, this is like a painful process to watch because you will see me blend a gazillion times, but that is unfortunately the best way to put on your eyeshadows. Again, I am an unprofessional makeup guru, so I don't necessarily always know what I'm talking about, but I like to have fun. That is my #1 goal, is I just want to have fun with my makeup without looking like a clown, hopefully. So I'm just gonna blend, blend, blend. Look in my big mirror behind me so I don't look like a clown. Sometimes I end up going a little bit too heavy on my blush, and then by the time I get to work, I'm like, whoa, Kathy, it just didn't look that way when I was in this artificial lighting. So I've been trying to tone it down so it actually look normal once I get to work, but I just go with the flow anyway. Life's too short to be freaked out about silly things like too much blush on your eyes. I'm still just dipping in to Bubba, building that coverage. Now I'm just focusing on the outside. I've already kind of like did the windshield wiper, but when you're 47, you want to start lifting that up and getting a little bit more depth on the outside corner. I don't know if you can already see the difference with that last dip into Bubba just on that outside corner. Lift, lift, lift. That is what we are trying to achieve when we do our makeup. Now I'm just going to bring in more depth. This is Sedona right here. I don't know if you can see that color. And I'm going to tap into it with the less fluffy end of the eyeshadow brush. And I'm just going to bring that to the outside. And I'm kind of just making a V. And then I'm flipping the brush around and I'm going to blend it. I'm still learning a lot about eyeshadows, but we will just learn as we go here, guys. We will learn as we go. Sedona is a very similar tone to Bubba, but just a little bit more depth to the color. These are probably my two favorite colors, so if you ever get color matched with me and you need eyeshadows, these will probably be the ones that I will recommend, unless you just like have a personal preference on what you want to do. That's the beautiful thing about these eyeshadows, is like there's no more buying palettes and then like leaving colors unused. You get to buy a palette that you will wear all the colors, and then you don't have to waste all those extra colors in the palette that don't fit your taste. So, and if this is not your taste, I won't recommend these to you. I'm just going in and blending. I forgot to powder my eyeshadows. I mean, put powder on my eyelids. This is going to be pretty much unfiltered, so you will get what you get. I may cut out some of the dead spaces in between of me bending down and getting something, but for the most part, I'm just gonna leave it like it is. Now I'm trying to think of what I want to do, because I think that when I use this color, I want to do something a little bit darker in the middle for a shimmer. I like to put shimmer on the lower lid, and I just don't know what I want to do. I think that I may use this color right here. This is a dual chrome eyeshadow where it shifts colors from like purple to green, which I think will look amazing with the eyes. And then I'm just going to put it kind of on the outer corner to the middle. And I just use my fingers for this. Again, the unprofessional part. We're just having fun here, guys. And then when I'm done, I'm kind of bring it in after I'm done applying, just so that the darker part is on the outside, and then you can kind of just for blending purposes later. This is going to be really pretty. I feel it in my bones already. Now let me see if I can open this up without making a mess. Because unfortunately, these are powder, these are not cream, and they will break. Okay, so I'm going to use my pinky finger. That is so pretty. And I'm doing it on the inner corner of my lid and blending it into Home, which is the color that I just used. If you ever need it to be darker, you can always spray it with a brush with setting powder and tap the color in. I can't really see details without my glasses on, so let me get my mirror out to make sure I don't look like a clown. Because I kind of do. I think what I want to do is I want to dip back into Home, like the tiniest bit, and help blend those two colors out. Like, I just like to have fun. But you know what I think I could have done? I'm gonna show you. I think that I could have used this Oz all over the lower lid, and then used Atlantic, which is a super really light green shimmer, to go on the inner corner. But it's okay. I kind of dig it. These two might not have been the perfect combo, but you know, you only live once and it'll be alright. I do feel like I'm gonna have to dip into this set one more time with the Oz, with a Wicked coming out. This is the perfect color. The yellow brick road and the Emerald City. Okay, let me check it one more time. I'm really liking that color though. All right. This is all preference. I don't normally use very much eyeliner and stuff. Sometimes I use eyeshadows at the bottom. But for the most part, I have enough discoloration and everything. It just doesn't even matter. Sometimes I try to do a wing, but I'm really terrible at it. If you need a wing liner, don't follow me. Because I am not your girl. Because I will be like, eek. Now it is boring mascara part time, and I am going to fast forward through this as I apply it. But nobody wants to watch anybody put foundation mascara on. So these are my shimmers, and I'm thinking about putting this to brighten on the inside of my eye. Let's say a prayer that this works. I don't know if I've ever used this color before. I don't really know if it actually brightens. So let's dip into our OG, which is Drift. She's really pretty. And I'm just adding it to the inner corner. It helps open your eye. Alright, I'm gonna fast forward through some mascara here. My daughter requested this Lash Next Door for Christmas, so of course I had to get myself a tube as well to try. Apparently this girl or two girls made this when they were 18, and they sell it now. It's kind of a cute story. I don't really like the home with the Oz together, but I'm not going to redo my makeup, and it will be okay. But now I know I don't like that combo together. It has a blue shimmer in home, and so I thought it would be good, but I don't like it. But I'm just here to have fun, and no one will ever remember that I didn't have the best eyeshadows today. We're always too concerned about what people think, and people are honestly too self-absorbed to care about anything other than themselves. And I don't mean to that ugly, but it's just the reality of it. We think that people are looking at us a little bit too much. Maybe I won't fast forward through my mascara because I won't shut up talking. Mascara is vital. If I don't wear anything in a day, like, I'm going to wear mascara. I don't know what your must-haves are, but mascara is mine. And I can't see without like a huge like 10x mirror because, again, I'm nearing 50. So the short distance vision is at its end of its era. Whew. Glasses are a must. I'm gonna get this Oz back out this weekend, and I'm gonna do some experimentations and see what I like to do with it. It really is gorgeous. I have an idea. I might have to come on just to show you. You can follow me on Instagram, and I have a beauty page on Facebook. So if you want to get to know me a little bit more, some of my hobbies include, besides makeup, fishing. We kayak fish. In a bunch of our ponds, we do bass fishing. I have a beautiful rod and reel that I got for Christmas. It's Cast King. And then, of course, I have the most beautiful kayak already. It's a Crescent kayak. It's a light tackle too, and it's in the color ink, which is purple. I saw that thing, and it immediately melted my heart, and I had to have it. I was going to try to go like cheap and not get an expensive kayak, and then I ended up getting like the more expensive kayak because I fell in love with that one. I love a lot of things though. I love to laugh. So if I'm ever in a mood, I always like to go on Instagram Reels and search for funny Reels because they bring me joy. Laughter is good medicine. our nervous systems in society are so dysregulated, and laughter is definitely a good medicine for that. Okay, well, I don't normally forget to put powder on, but apparently I did forget to do that, so I'm going to do that now. I have two favorite I have two favorite powders. This is Celeste's Pore Blurring Foundation, and it's all in the application because sometimes powder can be very dangerous for aging women. But my tip and my trick is to put the lightest amount on the tip of your, whatever this is, I can't think of the name of it right now, and then I go into the top of my powder and I kind of just do a blendy blend so it looks like that. This is like the most magical powder I've ever used. Another powder that I use is Saint's like feather dust, something like that, and it is very light like this too. I do not like to look like I have just put powder all over my face because it accentuate the negative and not the positive, and my makeup is always about accentuating the positive and not the negative. So if you are 47 and you have maturing skin, I will be your go-to girl. If you are young and don't have wrinkles, you can put powder on anyhow you want. You can cake it on there, you can do anything. But at my age, I cannot. I also just will tell you that I do not shave my face normally because it is a part of our nervous system, and I feel like our nervous system, it was made for a reason, and so I don't normally shave my little peach fuzz. So that's just my personal preference. Like, I don't do Botox, I don't do those kinds of things. So anywho, what are we gonna do for lips today? I feel like I'm gonna need a little color with this like neutral shirt. We gotta have a pop. I'm thinking I'm gonna do Ever Red, which is our Christmas color with Saint. It's really gorgeous. She's a gloss, so it's red, and I don't want to be like red today, so I'm going to gently dab into her. My lips are dry, and just add the lightest amount. I get so many compliments when I wear Ever Red like this. It doesn't have to be anything crazy because it has the potential to be super bright and super dark red, like depth. I don't know if I showed you the color. She dark, but I didn't apply her that way. Do you see that lovely fingerprint? Okay, now these lip oils from Saint are to die for. I have a set here and I have a set at work, all three of them. This is the caramel, this is the chai, and this is the caramel apple. If you want to like bring more depth, you can put this one on and it'll kind of like lose that redness. This will probably not do anything to the Ever Red, but I'm just gonna do a little extra pop. But this is a lip oil, so it's not really like that tinted, but it does have a little tint to it. See how it just adds a little brightness to it, but it will not be long. It will not be long lasting because I'm going to continue to drink my coffee or my happy juice. Apparently I've forgotten how to put my lipstick on, but these lip oils are so good. I absolutely love them. They are like super nourishing. They are not sticky, which is like the #1 rule for me. If it's going to make me sticky, I am not wearing it. They are so soft, like butter. Okay, well, this is it. I am going to go to work now, and I hope that you will like and follow me for more videos on applying makeup for maturing skin. If you would like a color match, I would be happy to help you. Let me know how I can serve you today. Much love.